so that I can start the sync. Do it 2, 3 more times. Okay. This way, now when I put your audio in this thing, I can sync it correctly.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Let's go.
I haven't done this in a while, bro. Fucking recording an intro. There's no intro for shorts, no? Uh, anyway, don't cringe.
Nani, I was going to say that's what she said, but then I don't know if you wanted
Forward,
to
forward,
put it
forward,
in the
forward,
start.
forward,
I haven't
forward.
done this in a while.
Oh yeah. That's actually what she
If you
said,
think
bro.
hard enough, if you think hard enough, everything is a that's what she said
That's
joke.
what she said. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We should put this in the outtakes.
No, I will put it just like this.
That's it.
No issues, bro. What's up, guys? My name is Shreyas Kamath. Welcome back to my channel after a while. Actually, sitting like this and in front of the camera and talking to you. So today we have Mr. Siddharth Sharma from Noida, who is a subscriber of our channel, one of the earliest subscriber of our channel, the OG. I would like to call him. We've also met once briefly in Mumbai during the Body Power Expo, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And we have been talking a lot, which we'll get into it. So I don't know what this video is about. Okay, I kind of have an idea, but it's basically just a podcast with me kind of a thing, if I'm not wrong. Like, look at the cat, beautiful.
Yeah.
Like something like that. And I hope you guys enjoy it, because this won't be one of those fitness oriented podcasts. It's more of like a personal and what's in here kind of a thing. So yeah, that's all from my side. Now Sid will do his thing. Go on, bro, it's yours. It's your time
Thank
has
you.
come to shine.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, what I wanted to, preface this podcast with is the fact that, all of us who are watching YouTube, we look at YouTubers through a screen, right? And I started watching Shreyas in 2014, 15. So if he is the OG YouTuber, I'm the OG viewer. And I'm sure at some point or the other, when you're watching these videos, it comes to your mind, it has come to mind that, I wish I could ask him this, or I wish I could know more about this aspect of his life or something. Of course, we are watching vloggers, and Shreyas used to vlog in the past, and he used to share his life. But then again, vlogs only capture a certain section of our life, right? So we have some questions, and sometimes we throw them in the comment section. And for the most part, I think Shreyas is a good person, and he replies to people. But I would try my best to get to know as much about Shreyas through this podcast as possible through my questions. But if there is something left, and you feel still watching this podcast, ki, nah, I wish if I was in your place, man, I would have asked him this. So just please leave it in the comment section, and I think Shreyas will
Hmm.
be great, and he'll ask you.
Hmm.
So he's going to answer you. So right. So the entire point of this podcast is to get to know Shreyas beyond what you already know from YouTube.
Right.
So I think for all of us, life starts in school.
Right.
So let's talk about school. How are you in school, and how was school
Hmm.
for you?
I was very fat in school. That much I remember. School was good. Like I what? So I was in the same school from day one till my 10th standard. Okay, so I was always around similar people, I would say. My classmates mostly who are in LKG. Here we call it LKG. I don't know what you call there. What do you call
I
the
think
first
okay. Class one
before the
is
first
called
standard? Yeah, before
yeah,
the
yeah. We
first.
call it nursery in North
No,
India.
yeah, nursery. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So when I was
nursery, and
there,
then prep, and then class one, class
okay,
two, or KG in some
here we
schools.
say LKG, then we go to UKG, and then we go to first standard. Okay, then second, then third, and so on. So most of the people, like my friend Manish, right? So we were
Yeah.
all like friends from that time, and my friend Akshay is my friend from
Yes.
LKG.
In
So
fact, I did see a photo with you and Akshay. I think you had posted where you were in your school uniform. So I was
oh,
going to
right,
ask you. I was going to ask you. You appeared, lean, like thin in that photo. So
yeah,
was
but
there any point in school where you started getting fat, or were you always a fat kid,
no,
like
no,
growing up?
no. I was mostly a fat kid, bro. Like I'll post a picture somewhere, I'll here or somewhere, where I'll show my earliest. childhood photo that I have. Okay, and even there you could see I had kind of a man boobs kind of a thing going on. Okay,
Okay.
like the fat deposition, right, was
Yeah,
over
yeah.
here. So you guys will understand that genetics plays a big part in that. Okay, you can't just you can look at
You
your
can't
childhood photos.
escape
So
genetics.
yeah, in school, what was I like, bro? I was fucking naughty, bro. Like teachers hated me. I used to be the guy who used to. I still remember there was a funny incident that happened, bro. It's nothing funny. It's like weird, but this might come across as teachers abusing the kids, but it was nothing like that. So in our school, no, during rainy season, what we used to do is we used to go out and play in the rain and put water, and we used to get wet. Okay. So once what happened is we did such a crazy monkey business, I like to call it, that the teacher, she got us in. She made us remove our not clothes like naked, but like what I'm saying, like remove the uniform, make us stand in the what do you call the towel, right? The towel, and just
Okay.
stand there in the back of the class. It was like kind of it might sound come across as I know, but times were different back then. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
these
yeah.
days it will be
Wow.
termed as abuse, but
Imagine.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
was it
Teachers
was it was
can't
an
get away
interest.
with that, I think, today.
Yeah. But it
That's
was it
pretty
was well, I
crazy.
think it was well deserved, bro. It was well deserved. We were warned again and again and again to not get out in the rain because we'll get sick. The parents will blame the teachers and all that. So it was
What
kind
class
of
was this?
so I was in like fourth standard, I think, bro. Fourth standard.
Oh, okay.
But it was nice.
Uh,
It was now when I think about it, I
young
just laugh.
Shreyas.
Yeah, I was naughty, bro. Like this, these are some of the things, and teachers hated us. There was a teacher who even cried in the class because we were so irritating us so much. Like, yeah, like she just. I think she was our social studies ma'am. Okay,
Oops.
she cried, and we have beaten up so many times by teachers, like right here on the knuckles and all. So it was like the generation was different, right? Come on, like that time,
Yeah.
ये सब करना जरूरी था. Like otherwise we would have been soft, I would say. We wouldn't have been able to handle situations better today. But yeah, I understand the world is different today, so whatever. Then I moved to fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth standard. I had my couple of friends. Akshay was there. Then
Yeah.
after ninth, right? That from ninth and from after eighth standard, ninth and tenth. And one more thing, people will be interested. Was I behind girls and all that? Not really, bro. I was not into that. Okay,
And
I
were
don't know
you
why.
a good student despite being naughty?
Fifth, sixth, seventh standard में क्या है, bro? Like we don't remember marks and all. But eighth, after eighth, yeah, that is when things get serious, right? Tenth standard. Oh, like this is
Uh,
what will, what is the word? Yeah, if you do this correct, your
Make
life
or
is
break
set.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your
yeah,
life is set. So yeah, I was decent, bro. I never used to like fail or anything, nothing like that. Okay, I don't think I was like top of the class, but I was not in the bottom also. So uh, we were taught well, and my just like the fitness thing, no, like how I look at fitness. Even with that also, if there is some topic that I was like whatever, I don't by heart it, I just leave it. Okay, whatever I like, no, I'll make sure I understand it and what learn it well, so that it'll always be there here, so that I do, but that I did. But yeah, from ninth standard, that is when I met some proper people. Like I was in the first bench. Manish was in the last bench. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" Like, "Come here, bro." Like he called like I was like, "Okay, cool, let's go in the back." And those 2 years, no, the ninth and tenth, I would pay anything to go back there again, bro. Like it was one of the best experiences in life. And the thing is, I did many naughty things in that. So I, out of all these guys, no, all my friends, I was not the smartest out in the class, but out of these group of friends, I was the smartest. So in the exams and all, like if they need help, they'll be like, "Hey," I still remember, okay, I was very good in Hindi in school. Okay, like I
right.
used to get like out of 100, I would get like 80, 85, 90, that kind of scores. So these fuckers knew that. Okay, so what they would do is, so we have this discipline in charge. Okay, I still remember we used to call him Kambi. Kambi means Kamba, that Kamba hota hai na, road mein.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So he
Yeah,
used to
yeah,
be
yeah.
very tall. Okay, and he was the discipline in charge. Okay, and he would come in between the exams to kind of keep an eye if anybody's copying. Or we didn't do the whole chit copying thing, we never did that. Ours was just like that, like when the teacher
Sign
is learning that
language.
sign language, like that. Okay, and once I got caught, bro, like the holy shit. And we've done some weird shit which people will think I'm some everyone has done weird shit in school, come on. So we were not like one of those kids behind girls all the time, nothing like that. We were sports, I was into sports a lot, bro, like cricket, football,
What? Okay.
badminton, cricket, football, and badminton. What else? Yeah, that's it. Cricket, football, and badminton. So these three were
You
my
played for your school team?
school team. No, because they're too good, bro. Manish is like is there in everything. All my friends are there in everything. But badminton, yes, I did. I defeated some 12th standard guy also. So badminton, I was good, and cricket, I was good, but we didn't get an opportunity. Our cricket team was not good, so we never went anywhere. But football in Kerala, bro, you should see what kind of people play. Football in Kerala, they're all very very good. So our school was very good in that. But yeah, then we have a sports day, and also I was more into that kind of extracurricular. So there's one more thing that people might not know about me, which is I was into stage acting, or जो ड्रामा बोलते
Yeah.
हैं ना, ड्रामा,
Theater.
नॉट द लाइव रियल वर्ल्ड ड्रामा जो लोग करते हैं, नॉट वो जो
Yeah,
स्टेज में,
theater.
या थिएटर, या समथिंग लाइक दैट. सो
Hmm.
आई इवन वेंट
Yeah,
टू
yeah, yeah.
कोलकाता वंस फॉर जो क्या बोलते हैं इसको, नेशनल ड्रामा मीट कुछ करके, हर एक स्टेट से एक एक आते हैं, मतलब या. सो फॉर कर्नाटका वी वर representing for Kannada language, we were representing, so
Okay.
yeah, I played the role of a shishya means जो
Student?
गुरु होते हैं ना, हाँ जी, यस,
Student?
उसका, या
Guru
उसका
Shishya.
गुरु
Yeah, yeah,
शिष्य,
yeah.
यस, मेरा जो गुरु
Yeah,
था
yeah, yeah.
उसका शिष्य का रोल किया था मैंने.
Right,
So
right,
so I was
right.
into lot of extracurricular activities. There's something called a mime act. Mime act is where you don't
Okay.
talk, but you know make
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
actions, and you, yeah, so that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was into
Thanks to
all these
Mr. Bean,
things.
I know.
Exactly. But Mr. Bean is not totally mime. No, he's like, hello. He says hello, right? He says
Yeah,
hello.
yeah, no, no, but they show mimes
Mime.
on the show multiple
Right,
times.
right. So
Right.
yeah, something like that. And so yeah, and in 10th I was really good actually. I got very good grades. I got 9 out of 10. I don't know how to explain. It's called it's not like
CGPA.
percentage, CGPA. Yeah. So in 10 I got
We
9. I
had
don't.
CGPA also
Oh
when
yeah.
I was in
Okay.
10th. Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You're not that younger to me. You're just as old as me, dude.
Yeah, yeah. I'm born in 96, so
96. Yeah, I'm 94.
yeah,
So yeah, that time it
right.
was similar. So
Close
that was
enough.
it. It
Yeah.
was, yeah. So I got 9, and yeah, I thought my life was set. I'll probably be in Google or something. The way they made it seem. No.
You must have taken what did you take science? I think you were in engineering, right?
Yeah. In 11th I took
In
science. I took
Yeah,
electronics.
yeah, yeah.
So I'll tell you the
Okay.
funny thing about that also. After 10th, no, I realized, I got to know a little bit more about life. That is, there's this whole myth that after 10th your life is set. No, it's bullshit. It's one of the biggest bullshits in this world. I thought
If
I'll end
only
up
it
in
were that
Google or
simple.
something. Yeah, the way they were praising me, after the results, I thought I'll end up in Google or something. That I'll be
You
working in
are on
Google.
Google. You are
Oh
on
yeah,
Google YouTube.
that's deep. That's deep. We are kind of working for them, dude.
And you
Actually,
can Google Shreyas Kamath. You'll probably get something on the first few
yeah,
results. So
yeah,
it's
probably
close
some
enough.
half
Close
nude
enough.
pictures of me, of
Uh,
from the past.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
But yeah, so that, bro, that after that, so the funny thing is, for 11th, right, that is when I moved to Mangalore, bro. That is when the whole Mangalore thing came. Till the age of
Okay.
17 I was in Kerala, Kasargod. I mean, where people might know Kasargod because of me only these days, because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, I did a show there and all that. But I was never into fitness, bro. Never. My fitness was just going out of the house all the time, playing with my friends and all that, typical, जो बच्चे करते हैं ना, that was my fitness.
What did you play when with your society friends apart from
Cricket,
school?
and I always used to play with older people, like like ये जो people who chew pan and थूकते हैं ना, that type of people are also there. Proper normal जो decent लोग बोलते हैं ना, वो भी थे. Bro, you can't expect. I didn't come from a city like Delhi. I come from
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
town. So I was around all kinds of people, and that kind of
No, I like how you classify old people as,
no, 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 not,
the
no, not
kinds.
old. No, 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 not old people, bro. Not old people. What I'm saying is like different mentality of people. Some people
Right.
who are just like, they just do whatever, like and they just full of life. That kind of people. And then there are other people, but that I think was very important for me early on, because it kind of made me realize that not everyone is the same. Okay, you have to understand that where the position that you are in, the family that you are born, you kind of very lucky. You could have been born somewhere else, and maybe that is why they had to resort to these kind of things,
Yeah.
right? So sometimes you just have to appreciate things. But anyway, So after 10th, what happened is my mom is like, where do you want to join? Which here it's called PUC, okay, pre-university college it's called in Karnataka.
Okay.
So after 10th, usually
So it's
that
not
was
class
11th.
11th and 12th.
It was class even 11th and 10th. We call it 11th and 12th. We call it only for CBSE.
Okay.
Okay, for state we call it pre-university.
So
So
were
I
you
could
not
have
affiliated with CBSE?
I was, but we had 11th and 12th here as well in my Chinmaya Vidyalaya. I studied in Chinmaya Vidyalaya. Okay. So I
Okay.
after that we could have done 11th and 12th there, but the tradition is after 10th and 11th, kids from Kasargod are sent to Mangalore. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how the thing works over here. So my friend Akshay and all, they studied in Kerala only. But then I got separated from all of them. Okay. For 1 or 2 years. As in school, we were still in touch and all that, just from school.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
जो सेंड ऑफ में होता है ना, जो 10th का सेंड ऑफ होता है ना, उसमें everyone
Right.
is like, girls are all like crying and oh, I'll miss you friends forever, bro. They're all gone, they're not even in touch these days. No, but the guys, no, who are
It's like
laughing
that.
and abusing each other, they're all still in, still in touch. So I'm still in touch with Akshay,
Yeah.
still in touch with Manish and a couple of other friends. So
We saw Akshay in one of your
yeah,
videos
yeah,
recently. So
recently.
yeah,
So I'll again go. His birthday is next month, so we are planning to go on a short trip for a couple of days.
nice.
So anyway, so yeah, then the thing is, then this is where my affiliation with the whole education thing, or not education. Sorry, education is a different word. The whole academic thing, no, is where I don't know why I lost interest. I was just my mom was, where which college do you want to join? I said, you go and see, take one seat somewhere, and yeah. The first time I went to my 11th standard was the first day I went to college. I didn't even see the class. I didn't even see how the school looked. I didn't even know. The only thing I knew was I was in electronics branch. Okay, I that is the only thing I knew, and I went. Okay, I went, and the funniest thing is I had to travel 50 kilometers in bus up and down every day. Okay, but
Right.
because of that, my mom was like, you stay in hostel. Okay, it's a fucking weirdest hostel I've ever seen. It's right inside the campus. You can't go out. Okay,
Oh,
so first day I went in bus to my college. I got down. I went and sat in the biology class, and I didn't even know we were in biology. Okay, and I was writing down all the information and all the thing. Then sir is okay, branch biology. Like bro, I'm not in biology. Sir is like, what? This is your first day. You come, first of all, you come late and you come to the wrong class. Then I went. Then they told me, go. Your class is there. I went. Okay, bro. As
right.
soon as it's the first day, as soon as I enter class, everyone is like, entered the right class. Everyone is looking at me, bro. Like it's like a weird. Like I felt so weird. I've never felt so weird. But the one thing I learned is always go and sit in the last bench. Okay, if in
Okay.
the first day of class, it's your chances of making friends is easier there. I feel. Okay, so I just went and
Pro tip. Pro tip for any students watching.
yeah, yeah.
From
If you
the
are
OG.
if you're a little if you're a little weird person like me, as in weird as in like you, yeah, you are. I am weird. Okay, if you're a weird person like me, always your chance of making friends is always the best in the last bench. So that's it, bro. And I was decent. I got like 65%. No, no. I got 58% in 11th because I was only having fun. I was in hostel. I told you, right? For 3 months I was in hostel. Then I got thrown out because I was playing in the rain, like I did in fourth standard. And then the next day I would not go to class, saying that I have fever. Okay, so
Okay.
then I got thrown. But yeah, in college I represented my college for football in both the years, and
Oh
cricket and
wow.
football. Okay, so yeah, that in Karnataka the football scene is not that epic. In Kerala it's
Acha.
very hard. And then I
Okay.
started getting fitter, right? A little bit focused on my health and all. Then I lost a little bit
Mm-hmm.
weight also. So
Right.
yeah, in 12th standard, I started going to the gym. This was
Okay.
in 2011 end or something.
All right.
Because, and I'll tell you,
Mm-hmm.
tell people also, people might not know this. The reason I joined gym, okay. So after I got thrown out of the hostel, I was just traveling up and down every day, 50 kilometers up, 50 kilometers down in the bus. I had to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning. Okay, so I used to do that. Yeah, it's unbelievable these days. You might know that I never wake up at 5 these days. I probably sleep sometimes at 5. But I was a very punctual kid with that. I had to wake up. And then we shifted to Mangalore for good. Me,
Right.
I was living with my grandmom. We bought a flat and I was staying there, and I was just bored out of my mind, bro. That time Mangalore was not very well developed. Okay, we had one small mall, okay, called the Empire Mall. Okay, we had one mall and nothing else. Okay, no proper movie theater. We had ad labs. Remember that time big
Yeah,
cinemas
yeah,
used to
yeah.
be called ad labs. We
Yeah, yeah, ad
had that,
labs.
and yeah, and that time it was like all the friends, they would go home and their parents wouldn't let them come out at night. They were very young that time. So I was like just looking one day. I go to the balcony and then I see a light. Okay, in a building. It looks like a fucked up building, like a local building, but it looked new. Okay, it looked new. So
Right.
I was like, okay. Then at 7:30 the windows open. Okay. It's a non-AC gym, na? So the windows
Okay.
open. And I see people like like full with banyan, that local banyan they wear, no? And that
Singer.
full work, yeah, stringer, and they're working out. And I didn't waste time, bro. I was like, fuck it, I'm just going. I just didn't even tell my parents. I told my
So,
grandmom, give
so,
me.
so basically, audience should, take note of the fact that a bright light with men grunting was enough to, get Shreyas to
Interesting.
be like, okay, I want to do that.
I want to do that, bro. And I went, bro. The first thing he said, you know what the first thing he said? And the membership was 300. No, no, no. It was what? Some very cheap it was. Like, even for that time, it was very cheap. Like, 150 per month or something, bro. It was. But the gym was very good, bro.
That's
You guys
cheap.
can go
That's
and watch
very
my.
cheap, even
Yeah,
for
they even had
2011.
50 kg dumbbells also, So that's, yeah. So it was very
Did you ever get to
good.
lift them?
I did. There's a video also where I'm doing dumbbell rows with shit form. Very shit
Okay.
form. Okay, like my back is like full upright and I'm like doing like this. It's very bad. So yeah, that was that. That's how I started fitness, bro. And then I started getting the Kida, okay, Kida of fitness, and then I started watching Hodge twins and Omar Isuf and Louis Marco and this guy, that fucking old man, what's his name, bro? Very good YouTuber, like
Scooby.
Scooby, yeah,
Scooby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. His
Scooby
name.
and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
things like that. And that is when then I almost finished my 12th, right? And then I did this whole competition thing, and yeah, like
How was
people
it?
might.
How was your competition experience?
It was very good. It's also, again, there's a funny story to this also. So I only did the competition because my friend Manish looked at my picture and he's like, dude, when did you? Because that time we were not in touch, okay, because he was in his own state of mind, whatever that was, okay.
This was
And
after
he
class 12th?
this was after class, yeah, after class 12th and the beginning of my first year engineering,
Okay.
first semester,
Right.
2014 to end of
So you were
2013.
were you following some sort of a diet plan, or you were just lifting?
It was just me. I was lifting. I knew what to eat, and I was just eating this Chris Gethin ka 12-week trainer ka diet, like six big meals, like six brown rice, three brown rice meals, and one
Been
fruit
there.
meal. Yeah,
Yeah.
that kind of a thing. And I was very serious. Okay, my parents were very
Hmm.
supportive, and I could see my body changing, beginner gains, right? So that I did, and Manish looked at my pictures, and he's like, "Bro, what?" He called me Tadia. Okay, Tadia. That the Tadia means fat. In Malayalam, Tadia
Okay.
means fat. Okay.
Okay.
So he said, Tadia, when did you change like this? He was surprised. Because I was
Yeah.
quiet, bro. That time I was quiet. Okay. I wouldn't post any pictures. I would not even tell people that, you know,
Working in silence.
yeah, working in silence.
Yeah.
And I used to do, and everyone was surprised, bro. And they're like, bro, do this show. There's this show, Mr. Kasargod, just do it. So I was like, yeah, whatever. But he said you have to wear a fucking underwear, not underwear, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. He said there won't be many
Posing
people. There
briefs.
were people, bro. Fucking at least 500 people were there standing in front. Okay. So then that time how the thing worked is you have to represent a gym to compete. Okay. So I represented our Hanuman gym in Kasargod. Okay, so then because I had a passport with the address of Kasargod, I could compete in Kerala. Okay, so even though my training was done in Mangalore, it's like big Rami training in fucking
His home
where
country.
Oxygen Gym. Where's it?
Yeah, yeah,
Egypt?
yeah.
No, not Egypt.
Yeah,
Where
yeah,
is
yeah.
that Oxygen Gym?
I think it's in Kuwait.
Qatar.
Oxygen
Kuwait,
gym.
Kuwait,
Isn't
Kuwait,
it?
Kuwait, Kuwait,
Yeah.
Kuwait.
Yeah,
And he
yeah, yeah.
goes and competes in USA, right? Like that only I was like full working out here and going and work competing there. So I did the
No
district competition.
acclimatization needed.
Yeah, nothing like that.
Because road trip is all that there is,
Yeah, 50
So who
kilometers.
helped you cut? Like, how did
Nobody.
you go about cutting?
Nobody helped me. I only me. Me myself. Just
So you
me.
did cardio. You were your own
All.
experiment, basically.
I was my own experiment. I learned so much. This whole thing of carb loading and all that. I knew it back then that natty people should not do the whole salt cutting thing. I know how peanut butter is helpful. before getting on stage, things like that. No, all
So
those
who were you watching at this time? Chris
people like
Gethin or
Lane Norton. No, no, no. Chris Gethin,
okay,
I came to know pretty early that that is little too much. His methods,
Bro Science?
yeah, not bro sense, but it's too. He focuses too much on hard work, and that
Okay,
can be only achieved if you're, you know,
Nat
not
non
here,
Natty.
here,
Yeah,
here, and
yeah.
that's yeah. Why is it blur? No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, so
Maybe
like
you put lost the Natty card, so the camera was like, no, 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 no. I'm not about this life.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, bro. So then what happened? Then I competed. I won the district in my category. Of course, Manish won in the overall, I think, or he got second in the
Okay,
overall, I think. So overall, I had no chance because these people, so many people, are just uh, I don't know, roided up. Okay. Then I was full confident. No, okay, let me go to the state next in the same evening. Okay,
okay.
and that is when these 500 people at least were there to watch the show, bro. And fuck me, bro, it was, I just looked to my right, I'm looking at myself, okay, I'm ripped, but the same weight category people are like huge as fuck. Okay, and I was like, bro, no fucking way. And that is when I realized that no matter how long I train, I'll never be able to, uh, uh, at least in India, I'll never be able to reach that level of uh, musculature, I would say, just
But
like
would
that.
you ever compete for fun again?
Maybe do some guest posing kind of a thing one day. That
Yeah,
kind of thing I'll do,
maybe
but
at a natural show.
maybe something like that, bro. But
There are
I have other things to worry about right now. But competing, I would love to help people. I have nothing against competing, but even this whole natural thing, no, I don't think it's something to take serious. I
sustainable.
don't. No,
Okay.
no, no. I'm telling which whatever show they say it's natural. No, there's always loopholes, bro. So I don't. By the way, guys, a lot of people ask me like in that 2014 transformation, I took something. Dude, if you looked at me, you'll be like, I feel sorry for you. I was 70 kgs at 6 feet tall. Like you can imagine how small. What are you now? You're 79, huh?
74.
74. Oh, holy
Yeah.
shit, bro. You were 79 just like recently. It was 70.
74. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
dropped some more weight. Yeah.
crazy, bro. So, yeah, you're
Thank you,
74. I was
Rachit.
70. Yeah, I was 70. 70. So you
Yeah.
can imagine. Okay, so I
But you were
just
70 and ripped. So you had more muscle even back
yeah,
then than
but
I
I
do. So yeah.
hated it, dude. Now when I look at it in objective, I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is when everything changed for me. That is if I didn't do that show and didn't do that transformation video, I would have probably actually been in Google, not Google or something,
Yeah, but
not
that
in
transformation brought you to Limelight now on YouTube.
right. That was, I
Right.
think, one of the first Desi transformation videos, I would say, that was uploaded,
In
because
fact,
that
it is
time.
funny. Yeah, it's funny. Sorry, it's slightly on a tangent, but how I found you was actually I started watching Christian Guzman sabse pehle, the
Okay.
first, and he uploaded this video called Teen Bicep Workout or something. So it came, it struck my mind that okay, let me see if there is somebody in our country who is also uploading because
Right,
I was just curious, right? I had just found out about fitness on YouTube, so
right,
I searched teen bodybuilding India, and
right,
at that time that's exactly what you had written, teen
right.
bodybuilding India, because in the olden days that's what I think the channel was, right? Teen
Yeah,
bodybuilding India.
yeah. That was a very. There's a. I don't remember how exactly I came up with that, but I still remember the thing was I wanted bodybuilding no matter what because I was very passionate. You guys won't believe how passionate I was. My pre-workout. At that time we didn't have money for pre-workout, right? My pre-workout used to be this whole motivational channels like Ronnie Coleman popping like 20 pills, calling it vitamins. Like I pop this vitamin, that vitamin. Ronnie Coleman making grits. It's not even oats. It's called grits. It's similar to oats, but it's like similar to rice. Like it's a wet rice kind of thing. That and him eating this much of food and all. That was my pre-workout. Them eating brown rice in one clip and then showing their body like this with full veins. I used to think brown rice used to give that kind of hardness and vascularity and all that. So yes, I started my YouTube, but I was nowhere educated enough to be giving advice, to be really honest. Like, but these days when you look at it, koi bhi aake kuch bhi bolta hai. So I don't think I did anything wrong. I was just showing what I was doing. Like I was just showing what I was doing. And
So there
that
is
that
this, yeah,
there is this
there is this, like on that same lines, I think there is this entire channel on YouTube called Machiavelli Motivation. I
Machiavelli
think,
motivation,
yeah, a lot
right?
of people watch that. Even like even
Yeah,
now,
yeah, yeah, my
people do
friends watch
similar.
it.
Yeah, so like how you were saying that as a beginner, that used to be your,
Right.
fuel. So people who are not as fortunate with blessed with resources, so they use such things as fuel,
Correct.
and even people who have resources, they
Right,
use
right,
such
right.
things as fuel.
Like there used to
So
be
a
this
lot of
1 hour videos of Ronnie Coleman. Okay, I don't
okay,
remember the name of the channel. Okay, I couldn't tell you, bro. I think he was supplement BSN supplement ka company है ना. I think
yeah,
they
yeah,
used
yeah.
to upload these videos of this 1 hour,
Okay,
like old school, him first being in a police uniform and then coming out and then changing his clothes, then going to the gym and lifting all that heavy. It was like memories, bro. Good memories actually. That is when I was serious about bodybuilding. So I was like, okay, I want India also. Because somewhere, I am like that deep. People have called me anti-national and all. You don't know this, but you are not following me that time, I guess. Because I used to, I think I made a video on genetics, Indian genetics, and I said something like, our diet and this, our culture and this, and bro, people are like, they used to call me what does Firang. They used to call me Firang, like Firang, some shit like that. So
that's sad.
yeah, because for me, like for me, this thing matters a lot. By the way, we are recording this on Republic Day, right? So I
Yeah,
don't know when it will go up. I hope on this day,
I
but
wish you all a happy Republic Day, and
yeah,
belated Happy Republic Day,
or
knowing
yeah, it can't be
stress.
advanced, yeah, or advanced if it's next year, So yeah,
Please don't, please don't keep this in the vault till next year. Thank you,
yeah,
stress.
yeah. But yeah, so all these things, bro. Like my YouTube journey has been one fucking hell of a ride, bro. Whatever people think of me, it has been on fucking beautiful. Uh, it was like my immature side where I used to say like, guys, by February 25th, I will be shredded. Because after that first competition, no, I was planning to do another competition.
Yeah,
Okay, but then I went for it. I was cutting well, okay. But bro, at that age, you should not. This is my advice for people also. When you are young, no, don't compete. Do one show, okay. You do one show, but if you're 19, just focus on the next 3 4 years just on building mass, building as much muscle as possible.
build a
Because
foundation.
yeah, because then no competing becomes easier. You look at the top athletes, they don't build much muscle in their latter years. All they're doing is they are able to show their physique in a much better way in terms of the fat loss and the how shredded they are. They might be maintaining more muscle than the last show. Things like
Plus, it's
that.
also muscle maturity, right? Like all these
Right.
people who look great in on the stage have some muscle maturity. So if you compete right away, you're missing out on being able to showcase any muscle maturity.
Yeah, and my another reason, bro. You asked me, right? Would you want to compete again? The reason
Yeah,
why I lost out of touch out of competing is not only because of the steroid thing. It's also because I found that there is not much scope in terms of financially. I would say, see, people fail this to understand about me. I have quit my engineering. Okay, I don't have any degree right now. Okay, I mean, I don't think I'll ever have another degree. I'll not go back and do that. But like I don't have any degree. Okay, so for me this is my this that was at that time I had to, there was no scope to fail. I had to make sure that whatever I did, I had to succeed at it. You get my point? So I
right.
had to fucking make sure that online coaching, youtube online coaching, youtube, both in what you call, is the word conjunction, is that the word, or what's the word for that, like going hand in hand,
Yeah,
like
going
that,
hand in hand. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Both of them
Yep,
going together, like in a
yep,
loop, like
yep.
more like there's like
Synchronized format. Yeah,
yeah, like an electric circuit,
yeah.
both are like one point is connected to another, right?
I'm sure
Yeah,
somebody must be, writing
be
in the
like, bro,
comment
that's
section.
not how electric
That's the
circuit works.
word. Also,
Yeah,
yeah, that.
yeah, they'll be like, that's not how, bro, like because I took electronics, right, in 11th and 12th, and
Acha.
I
Yeah,
hated
yeah,
that
you
subject
just
so
said.
much, bro. Ooh, I
It's funny,
hated
you
that, bro.
guys have very specific subjects in 11th and 12th. All we had was
So
in like CBSE was physics, chemistry, maths, or physics, chemistry, maths, bio.
yeah, so we
We didn't
have
have electricals or
PC,
anything.
we had PCMC, which is chemistry,
Okay.
PCMB, which is biology. No, no, no. PC. No, no, no. No, no, no. PCMC. No. PCMC means computer science. साला PC में ही chemistry आता है ना. PCM is physics, chemistry, maths. Those three are
Yeah, yeah,
mandatory.
physics, chemistry, maths. Yeah,
Then it's
PCM.
computer science. Then it's statistics. Then it's electronics. Then it's yeah, that's it. PCMC,
Crazy amount
PCMB,
of
PCMA.
choices.
Yeah, and then you also had a
Nice.
choice between Hindi and Sanskrit. Okay,
Even in
and
11th, 12th.
yeah, Hindi, Sanskrit, and Kannada, three options.
Okay.
So
Nice.
I took Hindi for obvious reasons, because Kannada I speak all the time, but Hindi, I needed more chances. And here na most many North Indians and Northeast से बहुत लोग आते हैं इधर सीख पढ़ने, and especially Northeast. So we had a lot of Hindi speaking people in our football team as well. I still remember a guy called Aristotle. Yeah, his name was Aristotle.
Okay.
He was our best player. I still remember. He's so short, but he used to play so good.
Did his
So
parents love him?
why Aristotle's
Why
parents didn't
would
love
they
him?
name him Aristotle?
I don't
Like,
know,
why
bro.
would you give your kid such a name?
I feel
Like,
it's a very classic name, bro. Aristotle. Fucking sounds amazing.
yeah, but he's
Atticus.
spelled with an air. Like, so his roll number will probably be on the top of the class.
Right,
Parents
right.
strategize this key. Okay,
Oh yeah.
when there is, I mean, I'm just
Okay.
hypothesizing, but I have heard this in the past. Some people say that we will name our kid not with the letter A, because when there is a roll number or something, attendance, then his name will not be first and everything. That
Right, right.
happens.
Maybe you never know, bro. Some parents are weird. Anyway, but that I forgot what we're talking about, the bodybuilding thing and all, right? So yeah, that, bro. And I've gone through a lot in this YouTube thing, because there used to be a time when I used to put everything out there. It's one of my biggest lessons in life. That don't do that. Okay, share your things with close friends or people who won't fuck you over. I'm not saying my subscribers fuck me over. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is, don't you have no reason to put things out there. You just work on it side, that like I said, work in silence, right? Maybe
Yeah,
that's why I succeeded in that cut very well, because I was working in silence, not trying to impress anyone. Once you do it, it will come, people will come to know, no matter what.
correct.
Right,
Yeah,
so that is one big mistake I used to do. And yeah, that's where I started kind of things started going downhill. 2016, 2017, I also made a video why I almost quit YouTube or something like that. But in that I didn't talk about many things, like that is when this whole YouTube thing started booming in India. Not in the
yes.
fitness,
Fitness
but
blogging and everything.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
say
yeah.
fitness started that time, but 1 year later it started. But everything else, na, the whole AIB ka thing and कौन है Bhuvan Bam,
Comedy.
and they were all at
Yeah,
that time, yeah, comedy things, sketches, and TVF. I still remember that TVF video of that roadies. उन्होंने किया था ना, वो TVF वालों ने किए थे.
I think
I
so.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
with that fake Raghu and all that. It was nice. So yeah, that time, and that is when I moved to Bangalore. Okay, yeah, that's where shit. 2017. That's where things. I still remember beer biceps. Ranveer, right? Him messaging me and telling, bro, regional content is the next big thing. Choose one language other than English and just make content. And I was not even sober, I think, that time when he texted me. I
Oh,
probably forgot what he said, and it's not a regret. I have no regrets over that. It's just that it wouldn't have worked anyway, because you know what happened after that. I was in my own fucking zone, right? I just stopped everything. So that wouldn't have worked anyway. But yeah, like some people, they he I'm not friends with him or anything, but he always has given me good advice. So that way I should, like, I that's why I wanted to make content in Hindi, right? This whole we were discussing this before the video call as well, that why
yeah.
I keep switching. you know I'll start this road to 100. you know this is, by the way, this is the first time, guys, I made the road to 100 series, right? This is the first time where I'm actually following it and I'm not uploading it. Meaning, in the past, when I started any series, I just quit. I quit on the YouTube and in real life as well. This is the first time where I'm actually continuing my road to 100. I'm almost close to 100, guys. 104. I don't. I haven't checked my weight because I went on a trip now. But I'm close to 100. So it's not like I've stopped the road to 100.
How
It's just
long has
that
it been since you have been cutting now? For the past
uh,
2 years, right?
I would say,
Consistently.
to give you a timeline, na, 2019, no, 2019 August was my
Yeah.
worst, 135. Okay,
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Then I started, and I think COVID came, right, sometime after that.
Yes.
Of
2020
blacklisted.
March 2020, I think it started the
Yeah,
lockdown.
yeah.
Yeah.
August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Like 8 months, right? I think I lost like 10 kgs. Okay.
Before COVID.
Yeah, before COVID. Okay, 125 I was in the
What made
beginning
you,
of
but
COVID.
what made you start?
Oh,
What prompted you ki nahi, this
yeah.
is, this is not me. Let's
So
go.
first, yeah, first thing is I have a video. Okay, I can't share it with you guys. I'm sorry right now. I just want to keep it till the end. Okay, but I will
Wait for
share
the
it one.
transformation
Yeah, yeah,
video.
yeah, because that will blow you away, and you'll be like, "Ugh, what was this guy on?" Like that. Right. I did right. That's exactly what I felt. And
Okay.
I'm the kind of person who needs to be fat shamed. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday I was talking to my friend. Yeah, I know it. You can do that. You can do that face. But
But
for me,
why
it
though?
worked. It worked for me. Okay, it
Acha,
worked
for
for me.
different people get motivated different ways. Yeah,
I am not
true.
saying
True.
fat shaming is correct. That's bullshit. That's not what I'm saying. I'm a
Yeah.
fucking coach. Fat shaming is a disgrace if you're fat shaming your clients. No, no, no. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is some people require some different people require different kind of stimulus.
Shreyas
For me,
requires tough love.
yeah, tough love. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't like this whole bro sab theek ho jayega. I don't that doesn't work with me. I need a direct stimulus.
You need a reality check.
Yeah, I need a reality check, and I'll
Yeah.
share something with you guys. There used to be a time for a long, long time that I used to bath with the lights off. Okay, because there used to be this big so in my bathroom, right, in my where I bath, there's a big mirror, like a gym mirror, no? It's like a big mirror, okay? And probably like
Right.
5 feet long and 5 feet wide and like 3 feet long. So it's like very big. And as soon as I enter the bathroom and remove my clothes, no, I'll fucking look at myself, no matter what. Okay. And everything looks big. And some things that's big also it makes it look small. Okay. So yeah. So basically, how fat was I? I couldn't see my dick. That's how fat I was. Okay, so basically that whole joke, right?
Yeah.
Don't if you can't see your dick, you're fucking obese. That's how I was obese. I was just hiding it well on YouTube, because I could just sit like this in front of the camera. Instead of sitting like this, I could just sit like this, right? So that is how disgusted I was by myself, and I have no shame in saying that I was disgusted by myself. If one guy is turning off the lights and bathing, just imagine uh, how he must have felt. So then I started working out. I checked my weight, and with just like in 1 week I lost 3 kgs just like that by just going to the gym. Okay, but my main problem was here and here. Here because too much food and alcohol and all that, and here because it was fucked. Okay, so I had to fix this, and then these things would have gotten fixed, because this was because of this. You know what I'm saying? What was
Right.
going in here was because what was in here, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, I decided, and also I had a big fear of loose skin. See, one thing that would I would again, I'm not saying people who lose weight and have extreme amount of loose skin uh, should feel bad about themselves, but I don't want that. For me, it will be a big insecurity, and I don't have to prove anything to anyone that oh देखो भाई मैंने एक साल में 50 kg lose किया. I have nothing to prove to anyone. My goal was this transformation. I have to do it for me. All the things I've done in my life, this competing, except the first show, everything else, Road to Ripped City, Fat Funeral, जो भी मैंने series किया ना, it's because people have told me, bro, start a new series, start a new series, start a new series. Because that time vlogging was very nice. Like people liked this
Right.
fat loss, and I never wanted to do that. Okay, and I still did that, and it got good views, but I didn't want to. This transformation I'm doing now, it's for me, because I realized that I was, I had to change my life around, and I was watching
So I
my
think
videos.
the why matters a lot in a
Yes,
transformation. Why are you doing the transformation is
right,
a very important
right,
thing,
right. The
because when you
more,
will have,
no, no, carry on, bro. Sorry.
especially when you will have difficult times, right? Like I'm sure in the past you have started a transformation and you have quit, and you have
Yes,
started
yes,
it and
yes.
you have quit. So
Right,
why you are doing it, internally knowing that and reminding yourself of that reason probably keeps you
right,
going, right? So
right.
that's why I
And
was
you,
wanting to know, why did you
you,
start? Like
you
when you were 135,
yeah, that's the only reason, bro.
right?
I could not work out well. I used to get
Right.
tired. I couldn't go
Right.
out, and like every time I go out, right? Again, this don't these days no telling how you feel, people will tell you, no bro, you should not think like that, everyone should be loved and all that. I don't come from that generation. Okay, of course I'm not fucking old, I'm 28, but what I'm
Yeah.
saying is the way we are grown, we grew, the place where I grew up, we were told everything on our face. If you are
Yeah.
messing up, you're messing up. They won't be like, don't do it again. No, don't even think of doing it again. It was like that, you know.
Right.
So every time I would go to a gym or go out in an empty gym also, I would feel if some one person is there, I'd feel that when I'm turning around, he'd just be laughing at me like, look at this fat fuck, something like that. Okay, and just that thought of, and I would not go out anywhere, bro. I would just sit at my home. I wouldn't go anywhere. When I say anywhere, I wouldn't go anywhere. Okay, if guests come into my house who I like, I still wouldn't get out of my room. Okay, and when they come in, I'll be putting a blanket on myself and just like sleeping right here. You see that pillow right there?
So
It's
you don't
just,
want them to see you basically like that.
yes, yeah. So I felt that they'll be laughing at me and all that, So that was there, and then I lost 10 kgs before COVID, and then when COVID came, but I was still not healthy that time. Like I was still drinking, I was still eating too much food. It was just a result of me becoming more active from zero activity. Right, my body was like, holy shit, this guy finally got some buddhi, and he's finally, doing something. Right, so I couldn't tell you how bad my health would have been that time, bro. Holy shit. I couldn't even, I didn't think, because I used to every time, whenever I used to feel down or bummed out, I would just drink to forget about things. So that's what
Right.
I used to do.
Coping mechanism.
Yeah, coping mechanism. Or I would eat junk if I can't have access to food, or I mean,
Hmm.
drinks. So
Right.
that is what happened, and my parents wouldn't like this. I'm saying all this because yesterday only we were discussing. So she was like, "Why? Don't tell, ladki nahi milegi." That kind of things.
See, but if you find somebody, naturally you would want them to
Correct,
respect your
exactly.
journey, right?
Yeah,
Everybody
exactly.
has had a journey, everybody has
Right,
had a past, and
right,
you've
right,
grown from it, right? Like, see,
right.
you had
Exactly.
these set of bad experiences, but I'm sure you took something out of it.
Right, right, right.
It
So
must
that
have
that
taught you something.
it taught me a fucking lot, bro. I couldn't tell you how much it taught, and it taught me to be grateful. That is the first thing that I fucking learned. I always had everything, but I never appreciated that enough. I always was like, yeah, whatever, yeah, yeah, like that. But now I'm like grateful. Whenever I feel like, bro, you're, uh, why are you like sad? Why are you not doing what you're supposed to? I'm like, bro, like you're in such a good position. You're in such a good position. When I see, again, this is again, people don't like discussing these things, okay? But when you go out on the car, okay, look around, just look around the roads and the streets and the traffic signals. You see how there's a divide, bro. There's a divide in the society.
For sure.
How it
For sure.
started, whatever, I don't care. But all I'm saying is,
Haves and
you
have-nots,
are
for
inside
sure.
the car, they are outside the car. So sometimes when I know it's kind of weird to think like that, but I think like that, bro, you're in a good position. Just do, provide something good. Provide something good. Do the best what you can do. So
Right.
that kind of, and when I was overweight, people used to come for my online training, and I used to think, like, I used to feel guilty that I am sitting here ordering food from Swiggy, and then I'm expecting my clients to do good,
Follow
to
the,
follow the
yeah,
diet.
right,
So
right.
it's a lot of guilt, plus lot of embarrassment, and lot of disgust, and lot of what do you call, pressure also. Pressure. My parents were starting to tell me like, what the fuck is wrong with you? They started hating me also, not hating me, but you know what I'm saying, right? They're like, bro, everyone had given up on me, bro. Literally everyone. Like they're like, I think this is your final form. That's how they are treated. I think this is your, right? Some people, they at a certain age they reach, then they can never come back from that, right? So everyone thought that it is my kind of a final form. So yes, that proving to myself that I was not lucky to be where I am, where I was. I mean, where I was as in my life, in my career, and all that. I always used to. Then I slowly started thinking, am I? Did I get lucky? Was it a one hit kind of a wonder, right? Like they say,
Yeah.
right? One hit
Hmm.
wonder, right? So I just wanted. I just didn't. I was starting to feel like that, and that is when I was like, you know what, bro? It's about time. But I've decided that I'm not doing it for anyone, na? So I don't have pressure to deliver it in 6 months or 8 months. Let me take my
Correct.
own sweet time. Like I
Hmm.
said, for this to be good, this and this had to work. This had to
Right.
start getting better, right? So 2019 done, 2020 it was a very slow year because of COVID. So after the COVID, yeah, it's another funny story. In the first lockdown, I lost 10 kgs in 3 months lockdown, I think it was, na? So I think I lost 10 kgs just by cycling and doing dumbbell workouts at home. Okay. Because of COVID, I know this is a sad thing. Many people lost their lives, but it actually helped me get on track. So I reached 115 in 2020 only, bro. Okay.
Oh,
But
20
then
kgs
the,
lost.
yeah, so in like one
Wow,
and almost 1 year. Okay. But
crazy.
then what happened, then this lockdown went off. The first thing I did when the lockdown was lifted? Guess. No, not.
Not
I went
food.
and I went and stood in line in a liquor
Acha,
store.
for the liquor. There
Yeah,
were long
because for
lines.
three
Yeah,
months I was starving, right? So that
right.
was the first thing that I did. So then what happened is I relapsed, not with the booze, with the lifestyle, of
Yeah,
inconsistency, and took it easy again, and all that. Then 2021 came by. Again, I gained like 5 6 kgs in that. After that first 3 months of COVID lockdown was removed, right? Then I
yes,
gained like some more weight, and I was stuck at 120. Then I would lose 2 kgs, then I would gain 2 kgs, lose to gain, try keto diet, intermittent fasting, this that. I was becoming desperate. Okay, I
right.
was becoming one of those noobs again, you know and I was what's the word for that? What is the word for not accepting?
In denial.
In denial. That was the number one thing. I was in denial, but also I was refusing to get any help. I was
Yes,
refusing to get any help.
yes, yeah.
And 2021 went by. I was stuck at 120. 2022 came, and this is, don't laugh, guys. This is not a lie. So what happened in 2021? End of it is I started getting few visions. Not vision as in like a fucking psychic would do, not that kind of vision. Like a vision as in like enlightenment kind of a thing, where I started questioning myself. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Just like that. And I made a not I made a mental note of, what are the things that are actually troubling me. Okay, one of the things was I needed a closure from one of the things in my life. Okay, one of the things that happened in the past. And I uh, I got that closure. Okay, that felt like 5 kgs of fat gone from my body, like that, from my head. And then on 26th or 27th of December of 2021, I was of course gone high, and I just woke up in the middle of the night, bro. Literally, just like this, I woke up, and I was like, bro, like fuck New Year, fuck waiting for New Year, just start today. Okay, and I just started, bro. I was next day I woke up, I was hungover, but I still went to the gym. I started doing something. I just started doing, I checked my weight and all that. And that 1 month, I started at 119 or 18, and that 1 month in January I lost 6 kgs. I was 112.
But
Okay.
don't you think, Shreyas, ki when we are having these, aha moments or this finally acting out on and in a positive way moment, something dull is happening in the back of our brain all
Correct.
the time. Like that
Yes.
battle is going on in your brain, right? And it
Yes.
finally then it sparks up.
Yes. And I was coming to that only, bro. So what happened in
Right.
January is I lost 6 kgs. Okay.
Yes.
But that time I quit all the bad habits. I quit all this staying awake till 6 7 a.m. in the morning. I stopped worrying about weird things. But that time I didn't have any coping mechanism. I didn't have anything to go towards. Okay, and this
Hmm.
whole battle of what do I do now? I had time to think, right? So I
Yes.
was not used to it of thinking for a long
Hmm.
time, right?
Hmm.
So when I had the time to think, that started giving me anxiety. That is when you emailed me around that time only, I think.
I think
And
February or something.
yeah,
January or
yeah,
February we came into touch. Yeah,
early, yeah.
22.
And I got an
Yeah.
email from him. Of course, I didn't forget his name. I think you were surprised. It seems that I didn't forget his name. How I could, I don't forget names like that. Like early.
Just that, yeah. So I think that
How did you get to reach me? Why did you reach me, or how did?
so I think सबसे पहले तो I saw मतलब I randomly reached out to you मतलब वो तो that was an arbitrary decision. I think उसी time पे I think Satvik had made a video where and
Right.
you had just started making videos. You had I think made one video.
One or
So
two
you had
videos, yeah.
basically resurfaced onto the ground. उससे पहले you were sort of underground for multiple
Right.
months and years. So I didn't know if you were active as well. And what I was going to tell people is ki even back in 2015, 2014, 2015, I spoke with you on video call and phone call. So what I'm trying to say is ki Shreyas is somebody who literally talks to his subscribers. So you can try
Right.
it out. Maybe he will reach out to you and actually talk to you.
Yeah.
But even in 2014, 15, I spoke with him. Back then, I
Right.
was still in school, and I wanted to, even make a YouTube channel back then,
Guys,
and
he
his was
had
the
a
only
YouTube
one.
channel. Okay, he had a
Yeah,
YouTube channel.
he. I had a fit.
Okay.
I was also into fitness vlogging back in
Right.
school, so
Right.
that was a fun phase. I Back then he used to make videos. Sharon Strong used to make videos. So I
Gautaman.
asked him. Yeah, Gautaman made videos. I even met Gautaman in Mumbai. So I asked him, ki, Shreyas, I really feel like doing this because even in school I had lost a lot of weight and thinned down. So I also felt that I could add something to the knowledge pool through my
Right.
experience. So he said, go for it. So Shreyas has always been that guy who will always tell you, if you're thinking about doing something, do it today. You don't have to
Right.
wait for something to happen.
Right.
This philosophy he's always had, and I think this
Right.
is an advice he has
Yeah.
always given people.
I
That
put it in my Instagram story one day, okay?
yeah,
That if you want to start posting on social media, don't wait for it. Just do it. You
he's been
might think
giving
your
this advice
content.
since 2015.
Yeah. See. I might not follow it myself because I have a different. We'll talk about that as well. My view on social media and all that. But I just posted a status saying, yeah, if you want to do it today. You might think your content is shit. Okay, what might be shit for you might be someone else's dessert, right?
Yeah,
So that's what that's the best way I can put it. Because like there's so many content creators who I don't enjoy watching, but bro, they're popular as hell. Right. So it might not be that great for me, but for everyone else, it's beautiful dessert.
it resonates with someone, right? Like
Right.
what they are talking about, what they're making,
Right.
right?
And his world
So
is
like
huge.
I feel like we have digressed, but yeah, we got back in touch in 2022 January or
2020,
something.
yeah, January or when I was having all these weird mental
Yeah,
breakdowns and all that, and he did not know, of course, but I think he had a slight idea of, that I think something like that you mentioned, like I don't know what you mentioned, but I
I
remember
think we
you.
had a candid conversation. So,
Right,
the lockdown phase was also like even personally was transformatory for me because it gave me a lot of time to think, regroup, and restructure my life as a whole. And when we connected, we discussed and also I believe Shreyas has shared this in the past as well. But I got Shreyas connected with our
right,
psychologist, Dr. Trinka. So I believe you have shared this in the past that
yeah. He had to
you
force
did
me like
speak to.
crazy.
See, there's a lot of stigma attached to this, unfortunately, in our
Yeah, even in
country,
my
and
house, bro.
I'd
Even in my
like
house.
I'd like you to, also share your experience. But
Yeah, like
even I was very filled with stigma. When
right,
one of my peers told me that, go for this, I was like, no, 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 I don't need it.
right,
But I went for it anyway, and
right,
I have to say, like, maybe it doesn't work for everybody, speaking to a psychologist, but the way I see it now is they help you organize your thought. At the end
right,
of the day, everybody has to fix their own selves. That's a
right,
fact. The only person who can help you is you. But a psychologist can help you figure yourself out. Basically, it's
right,
like teamwork.
right,
You alongside them together are helping you figure out your brain, and
right,
once you have things figured out, then things get better. So yeah,
right,
that's I
right.
think when we also, yeah,
Yeah, so
that's my
I
two
think we
cents on it.
spoke a lot on the phone, and
Yeah,
I shared what I was going through. And because see, one of the things is this guy has been watching YouTube from a long time. Okay, so nobody can understand that better. See, how do I tell you? Uh, YouTube has had its phases. Okay, there was a time when if people made content like what they're doing today, nobody would have watched it. Okay, and vice versa. And like
yeah,
so content made that time might not work today as well. So there's been a lot of evolution for me to go through as well. Okay, but for me the main thing will never change. For me the content thing is, especially when it comes to fitness. If I was doing a comedy channel, comedy is comedy. It's whatever. Comedy is comedy, right? A joke that was made like office jokes, like that's what she said, and things like that. It'll always be classics. But when it comes to fitness, no, sometimes you need to understand that fitness is an educative field where you have to educate people. And sometimes if you are sitting in a 1 hour class compared to a 20-minute class, people might prefer sitting in a 20-minute class if the quality is the same, right? So I had to kind of evolve in multiple ways, and maybe I did not evolve that well. Okay, so what I started doing is I started blaming this thing or that thing, saying that, oh, YouTube is only preferring Hindi channel. So I started posting videos in Hindi, which I will also come to, which I will not do anymore, which I will tell you guys as well. I might do in a different channel, but not on this channel. I just what do you call, I just had to mature publicly. How do I tell you, bro? Like, because I was always transparent with everything, my thoughts. Even in this video, I'm sharing most of the things. There are certain things which I don't want to share yet, because danda padega piche se, my mom will run and come.
So you
But
have
for
to
now,
wait for Shreyas to write a book or something, about
no,
his
no, no,
life.
no, no. When once I'm done with my transformation, no, it will give it better. People will have a better perspective. If I tell now, it's not. If people will be like, oh, whatever, jo bhi hai, you lost some weight, whatever. But I want
You've
to
already
explain.
lost for 30 kgs, man.
Yeah,
It's
30.
crazy.
Yeah, but people will be like, oh, but you took 2 years. But I took 2 years. But when at the end of the transformation, you will understand why I took so long. Because there won't be any like, okay, I have stretch marks. Okay, guys, see, I have stretch marks and all that. But you won't see any extreme side effects. Like crazy loose skin, change in testosterone levels. You know, this again going back to shit. You won't see all that. So this is a result. My weight loss is a result of the lifestyle change. My weight
Yeah.
gain was a result of my lifestyle change, right? That is why I gained weight, and I want my lifestyle change to garner me results again. That is how I want this to work. I didn't gain weight because I was bulking. People have a misconception that I was dirty bulking. Bullshit. I'm against dirty bulking. There's nothing called dirty bulking. You should not dirty bulk. Okay, maybe some people can, but not everyone. Okay, so I did not dirty bulk. It's almost impossible to gain 40 kgs for a guy who played football regularly, who would go to gym, like maybe 3 times a week. It's not easy, bro, to gain 40 kgs in 2 years. Come on, right? So
Yeah.
that is what people need to understand, and that is what my lifestyle is what made me fat, and I want my lifestyle to make me thin or lean again. That's how I want it to work. And the way I look at fitness, which I will upload more videos in the future about how I look at fitness and what my meaning of fitness and health is these days, is totally different. Okay, it's not. I would respect a person who is trying his best in the gym compared to a person who is 3 months he'll be going all out, 3 months he'll not be going all out, 3 months he'll be going no. I respect what do you call, I call it a flat line. I would rather respect someone who is on a flat line than someone who is like always like this, in the gym.
Consistency.
Yeah,
Yeah.
consistency. So it's always good to have a flat line, I feel, and that is what I'm aiming for. Now my flat line is like this. Okay, I'll be flat line like this, a sudden spike or sudden this thing, and then again I'll come on flat line. So I want to get to a level where there's consistent flat line. So flat line meaning you should be doing some kind of activity every single day. Gym, if you can't go to the gym, don't cry. Go for a walk. Can't go for a walk, climb some stairs for 10 minutes. Something like that. Always some kind of fitness, so some kind of activity. So, yeah, see, my dog, he likes my pillow a lot. Get him. So, yeah, that and yeah,
He's
so that's
named
the
his
thing.
dog also after a food item.
Food item, brownie. Yeah. And I named my cat after a gym machine, preacher, so yeah. I hate doing that exercise anyway, so
he
it's
he
okay.
curls his cats.
Oh, it curls his caps. Yeah, I can, bro, but he'll fucking rip my
More
arms
stretch
off.
marks.
Yeah, more stretch marks, exactly. So yeah, that's the only thing I'm slightly insecure about, my stretch marks. I have it all over my arms, but who cares, bro? I don't care. Let me have it. But
Battle scars, bro.
battle scars, yeah, I actually
Battle
gained all my
scars.
stretch marks. But the funny thing is, I gained all my stretch marks while I was gaining weight, not while I was losing weight. So that's the
That's how it
uh,
happens, right? Scientifically, I mean, your
scientifically
skin
it happens like
expanding.
that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So fuck all. That was fuck all. I remember still that I was admitted in the hospital because I couldn't breathe or something, and they had to do that ultra something. No, they had to do
You were
ECG.
having panic. You were having panic attacks at some point, right?
Yeah.
It
That
was
was
that
last
bad,
year.
your anxiety.
That
Yeah.
Yeah, that was last year, but that was because I did not have anything to get my mind out. Like I would have probably had that in the past also, but I had something to
Yes.
cope,
Cope up,
use.
yeah, a
Yeah,
coping mechanism, right?
right. But this
So
time
like,
I,
see, I at some point I think, like, if even if I respect the fact that if you're not comfortable discussing it right now because your transformation isn't done, but at some point I think it's invaluable if people get to know what your mental journey has been like,
right,
right?
right.
And if you can share it in
Yeah,
totality, and
like
so, because
I
there are
will.
other people, I'm sure a lot of people are, going through tough times mentally. Considering I know that what tough times you went through is not exactly what somebody else is going through, but the way you dealt with it
Right,
perhaps could help
right.
someone, perhaps,
Yeah,
because
definitely.
everybody
And
has an
I will do
individual
that.
journey.
And see, I was one of those guys who never believed in this whole anxiety and panic attacks, or even, again, I'm saying I never believed in it. Okay. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. And I never believed in these things, and then depression and all those things. But these things are real. Okay. These things are real, but the whole, it's a very difficult topic to talk about. But all I'll say is, there's always, you, you can get out of it. Okay, you can get out of it. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, for some people it's very sad that, it goes to such an extent that it becomes so hard, so no matter who helps them, it's very hard. But in my case, I was lucky that, and again, then see, one more thing I'll tell you, like I told about that traffic signal, no, where you're inside the car and then there are people outside the car who will come and,
Yes.
and all that. So when I hear, so I spoke to one of these fitness coaches. Again, I won't, it's confidential, so I can't tell. And he was telling about his one relative, let's say, person he knows. And when I heard their story, I was like, what the fuck, bro? And I'm sitting here and saying I have depression. Maybe I had, but
Perspective.
yeah, understanding that, there's always worse. It can be
Yeah,
worse.
but this is a very valid point. But when you are in the dumps, right? When you are down in the dumps and you are not mentally feeling great, knowing that somebody has it worse still doesn't help you,
Yeah, it
right?
doesn't. It doesn't. I agree. It's not like I changed
Right.
after knowing that, but just that constant reminder. And then, even like I said, when I used to get clients when I was overweight, I used to start feeling guilty. So for me, it's like, I'm from the old school kind of a mentality where, whatever it is, you can always get. See, our parents are. It's again a bad example, but see, our parents are over there. They are doing their best to provide for the family and this and that and all that. So I just feel that, I started calling myself lazy. It was like a reverse psychology kind of a thing, like I was.
Do you think that your when I say your, I mean people, your physicality and your lifestyle impacts your mind,
Bro,
how you look physically and how
it
what sort of a lifestyle?
does it 100%. This whole fucking, yeah, that's another topic we can discuss some other day. This whole acceptance thing, na.
Not
It's another.
acceptance, but yeah, acceptance is one, but like you have yourself changed physically now from
Right.
being
Oh yeah,
135
yeah, yeah.
kgs
Look
to
at me,
now.
bro. Like, watch my videos like 1 year back and watch my videos now. No, 1 year, 2 years back. There's a lot of
Hmm.
difference, bro. I was much more conscious, because I was worried about the angle of my face. Now look at me. I'm just moving around. I have stretch marks. I'm not shredded, but I have some cuts on my. I started to come up. So like I'm just confident in the way I talk and the way I look, and yeah, that's the thing. And see how whatever people tell, no, the way you look helps you a lot in this world. Okay, whether you like it or not.
100%.
Okay,
100%.
your ability to make friends would be easier. I know it shouldn't be like that. I am saying it shouldn't be like that.
This
Okay,
is the real world.
yeah, this is the real world. Okay, it shouldn't be like that. But bro, if you are around a person like me 3 years back, and you are a fitness guy and you want to live healthy, you have a routine, you have a schedule and everything. One of my closest friend today, he just kind of didn't give a fuck about me for 2 years, because he was like, I was bringing him to that level. He's still my best friend today. We discussed this, we spoke about this, and I think you know who I'm talking about. Okay, so that's the thing, bro. Like, it's easier for everyone around you also if you are a certain way. Okay, again, I don't think just because you're fat you deserve anything less. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is, in the real world, that's exactly how the world works. If you don't like it, I'm sorry, but it's always better to work on yourself, Try to work on yourself. It will take time. Look, see, bro. One thing people can always take from this is, I am one of those fitness coaches who has actually gone with what he believes in. Meaning, I always tell my clients, take it slow. If you're overweight, take it slow. There will
That's
be
what
a
she
lot of,
said.
that's what she might have said, but that's not what she did. Okay, anyway, but but yeah, but yeah. So that's what I always tell people, and that's what I believe, bro. Like, this is when you are absolutely overweight, no, your transformation is not a body transformation. Your transformation is a life transformation.
Yeah,
Okay, and for that to happen, I believe that, uh, it is very important that you understand that, and like you said, why you are doing it, that is also very
absolutely.
important. Like I said, for me it was very simple. My lifestyle got me to that dark place, and I had to get out of that dark place from my lifestyle. For some people it can be some traumatic event, or someone dying or something like that, that caused them to, reach that kind of a dark place. For me it was nothing like that. My life, if people would love to be in my life, I live my life. Okay, so I had no reason to feel like that. But just sometimes some things I don't have reason. So coming back to the whole, getting talking to someone and taking therapy and that, all that, it definitely helped. Okay, and then what happened is, after January, once I reached 112. What happened is, I again kind of, I told, I started getting anxiety and this and that. I would overeat again, but I would never binge eat. I would overeat, but not binge it to the extent that I used to. Okay, so there was already progress. I progressed in a lot of ways. And then what I did is, around March, April, May, June, sometime I said I'll start a road to 100. I think I discussed that with you as well. So he's more like my unpaid manager, guys. He's like my more, he's doing like social service or some shit like that. So we spoke about that, and even after that, no, I just could not, bro. And finally I decided to, get help from my friend Ralston. Okay, he doesn't train anyone, but he's decided, what, I'll help you. So from the last six,
I think this is the
this will be
first
the,
time you're telling this to
yeah,
people that
yeah,
you're
yeah,
training with Ralston.
yeah. So 6 months. So all he's doing is, so he's my one of my best friends. Okay, so we have that understanding. But I told him, bro, I don't want your help with workout. I don't want your help with the telling me how many calories to eat. All I need you to do is just fucking make sure that I don't bullshit you. And recently I
Accountability.
met him. No, I told him, bro, I've lied to you a few times. Okay, I told him, and he's like, I know, obviously. Obviously you lied to me, but at least, you have lost weight. So at least there's, because what I used to do, no, I'll cheat on my diet one day, one night, and then next day I'll eat less. That's what I used to do. So somehow wherever but I'm doing it under a proper eyes. There's someone to watch it. So just knowing that I have to wake, I've sent him pictures of almost every meals, everything for the last. This will be the end of the 6 months. I'll continue with him for
and
3 months
and I
again.
have to and I have to make this point here. He's himself a coach, and
Right,
sometimes see, even a coach needs an
right,
accountability
right.
ability partner. There is
Accountability. That is the important thing, guys.
right,
Nobody is saying that you're a bad coach because you don't know what to do. We all know what to do.
right.
The thing is, and the reason I wanted him when he said that he will help me is that he has seen me from like what, 2017. So he kind of has seen all the faces of me. So he's nobody would understand me better, like as much. I understand myself, but nobody would, no third person would understand me as much as he does. So that's why I was very happy when he said he'll help me. And so far we've lost 12 kgs together. Okay, and it's been what, almost end of 6 months it will be. So I think that it's not about what happened in those 6 months, how much weight I lost. It's about the other things like my anxiety and all those. I still sometimes feel
A
anxious.
lot
We
of
all do.
progress.
We
Yeah,
all feel anxious about something sometimes. But the whole glow in my face and me playing football, that is one more thing that I started 6 months back. That 6 or 7 months back. And I this last week, no, that was the first week I missed football. First week, or first games I missed. 3 games I missed. I played the 2 to 3 times every week up until last week. So for me, the moral of the story is, guys, I believe humans are supposed to be around people. Don't lock yourself inside your house. Even if you are locking yourself, if you don't have many friends, it's okay. I don't have many friends in Mangalore as well, but try to go out, try to go into the nature. Walking has helped me a lot. I go for walks regularly. Up until like November, December, I think I used to go on walk almost every day at night when I didn't used to play football. On the days I didn't play football. And now another big change in my life has happened is I'm working as a PR manager for a gym. Okay, so that has allowed me to meet new people, interact with new people, and my workout has been very consistent. Like at least 5 times a week, I've been training, except last week. So yeah, it's good, but yeah, like I don't know the meaning behind this video. Like I still don't know what we'll title it, but it's fucking bro. I talk so much, bro.
Just to let people know, this is exactly how Shreyas is on calls as well. You know, when you call, if you ever get the chance to call Shreyas, remember that your phone call will feel like a podcast. Okay?
Yeah,
You
my
you will
clients
you
also
will
know
call him
this.
up. You will call him
Yeah.
up. You'll tell him one topic, and he'll just be like, "Ki, ha, now sit back, take a chill pill, and listen." This is this is the thesis. So
Yeah, that's
I had this question because I thought about it because I thought about this in the gym one day while working out, that you told me that there are things that you have learned being in the gym which are not textbook things,
right.
which is implicit knowledge which you have gathered being in the gym for so long, right?
Right.
And you are a teacher, right? In a way, you are a teacher when you are putting out content on YouTube, or you're putting out content on Instagram or the social media. You're acting like a teacher.
Right.
So what is your process? How do you strategize transferring that implicit knowledge about transferring that implicit knowledge to people,
Right.
things which you know in your head? Like, for example, if you're doing leg extensions, if you know the mechanics of the machine, and if you see the tutorials online, but then there are some things about performing that exercise that you will know, which is something you have discovered. I'm just giving this as an example, please don't call me
Understood.
out on it. I'm just trying to give it as an example, that if you have learned something about exercising over time, which
Mhm.
you have learned specifically for yourself,
Right.
how do you generally strategize about, do you, when you are exercising, do you actively think, okay, this is what I am feeling right now, this is what I have learned, I will explain it to people in such a manner?
Right.
How
Right.
do you,
I got
what's
it.
your
Your
process?
question is basically right. How do you maintain that balance between? Is that what you're asking? Balance between what you think is right and what you put out is that what your question is?
uh no, my question is that there is some knowledge which you are gaining, which is outside the book, which is the
Okay.
knowledge you are gaining in the gym,
Okay. 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 Kind of
right?
a
Firstly,
pro.
that's a
Kind of
fact.
pro.
I think we can both agree on this, that there are so many things that you learn being in the gym for number of years, which are
Right.
not present on any videos or not
Right.
present on any books, that you
Right.
cannot learn unless you
Right.
are exercising for a long
Right.
time, right? You
Right.
learn these small adjustments or these small mental cues that you come up with yourself,
Right.
for yourself to perform that exercise. So how do you think about it
See,
when you
I'm
make
going
these
to be
videos
very
or content?
honest. Okay, I'll be very honest. Like first, I'll tell people that I don't exactly train. I don't exactly train. Uh, what is the word for that? I don't exactly train in the way that I probably come on YouTube and tell. Okay, because I have nothing to lose. Meaning, if I build muscle or I don't build muscle, you are not losing anything. Only I am losing. Correct. And once you get that experience, you kind of understand that what has been working for you for 8 years. Why the fuck do you want to change it? I don't care if my father is a biomechanic specialist and he writes a book. Why should I change it if it has given me such good results? But when it
Right.
comes to YouTube, that is why I said use the word balance. Okay, in YouTube, the when you come and tell, you are targeting a general audience. Okay, and
Right.
another biggest mistake this whole world has done, and which I have also done, is even I fell into the trap. I look at all these Instagram people, like reels and pictures and all that, and even I fall into the trap that, oh fuck, it worked for them, so it probably is the right way to go about it, right? So there are things you can take it in that way also, that, oh, look at these guys, these five people are doing the same shit and they look great, right? So there's a balance. You need to first understand why they are doing it, how long they have done it. Okay, I do that as well. If there is a trick in the book, like for example, when I do a overhead tricep extension, right, I like to push my shoulders as back as possible. Okay, in a way that to kind of flex my shoulders in such a degree that the maximum amount of this head of your triceps is activated. Okay,
Long head.
Yeah, long head. Yeah. So, but not everyone will be able to go to that extent anyway. First of all, okay, they should first
Mobility.
perfect the normal
Sure.
form,
Hmm, hmm,
right?
hmm.
So when you come on YouTube, that's why we have this whole coaching and personal training thing, right? Because we get a customized way of explaining things, right? So that is what you need to understand. Yeah, there are 10 different ways you can perform a leg extension, but if I'm training a client, the way I perform leg extension might feel like shit to him, right? So that
Right.
is, you need to understand that there is the whole how your muscles work. You perform the function of your muscles, okay, and that should be your first goal when you go to the gym. But the biggest thing you also need to understand that the reason I gave the example of Instagram reels and pictures, these are the 1% people, 1% group, I like to call them. Just like the
Right.
billionaires and trillionaires and all, I don't know if there are trillionaires, but billionaires and all that, right? Just like that, these are the people who are, I call, like calling them outliers, okay?
Yeah.
So when you give advice, you need to keep in consideration that what do people actually struggle with in the gym. It's not the fucking form, it's not the fucking exercise, it's that not going to the gym consistently. Okay, that's the biggest
For
problem
the
most people
majority.
face. Yeah,
Ah.
majority. So what
Hmm.
I've realized is when you make a program for a client, there has to be some form of, they should take some kind of liking to it. Okay, if you give them a program that's great textbook wise, but it's fucking with their head every day when they go, oh, 70% of 1 rep max for 6 reps, 80% of 1 rep max for 5 reps, things like this. Yeah, they'll do it for a while. Some people are there who'll do it, but most people can't do it. Okay, so when
Right.
I give advice, no, I would first focus on them doing the most basic form of that exercise correctly. Then we can go and see, okay, your thighs has to be fucking 99.8% tight on the bench, things like that. So that's what I do, and this is not what I used to do in the past. In the past, when I was a fitness coach, my goal was to show people I'm fucking smart, I know things. Okay, now that I've hung around many people who are half bros, half science, and full physique, meaning their physique is amazing, I've kind of realized that, there are certain things that I haven't told on YouTube which has really worked for me. Okay, I'm just worried that it's maybe scientifically it's not very sound, and people
Yes.
might think, because I know so many people who follow me. There are people who follow me who have gone to IIT and this and that, and they have brains, and they know exactly how physics works and all that. Okay, so
Yes.
what if I always had the fear of being judged? Oh, what if this guy comes and starts, oh, let's debate, bro, come, let's debate. Now I'm not some fucking physics professor.
But this is what I've noticed about professional bodybuilders, at least some of them. Like when they share their knowledge, they will talk about it through experience. Like
Correct.
in my experience, I have learned that, for example, if I talk about Nick Walker, he says that in his experience, he has learned that doing heavy weight for higher reps works, similar to how Jay Cutler would train, right? I'm just
Right.
talking about pros. So if he's sharing his experience, there is a time and place for it, right?
100%.
Somebody might say that doing high reps
See,
doesn't work. Like
what
I'm just
I
saying
don't agree with
experiential
this
knowledge.
whole bullshit. Like yesterday, I was doing flies, and I just heard someone saying it'll be good for your fat also. Okay, so there's a limit. There's a limit for everything, right? There's a limit
Yeah.
for everything. So there's a thin line between this whole science and bro science, and then there's a big line between that and this whole natak. There's gimmicks. So that's why we have to be very careful. We should not turn our whole experience into a gimmick, like saying if you do heavy squats your chest would build or some shit like that. I've seen a video of someone saying that, and I don't want to name them because they are very well respected. So things like all these things are there. So yeah, bro, that is my honest thing. When I make a YouTube video these days, my only goal is to make sure I give uh, practical
Knowledge.
information that they can take,
Yeah.
which they can apply very easily, because most people actually need that. Most people actually need that. They might not
Sorry if
want it,
my
but they need it.
question wasn't clear.
No, 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 I understood your question totally. I understood.
So, like when you started fitness, like back in school, right, class 12th, how has your thinking about things, in relation to fitness changed from back then till now? Like, how has that journey been? What all have you learned
I've learned
over
one
these
thing
12
that,
years?
one thing that I've learned is what you look from inside doesn't necessarily have to be what you look from outside. I sorry, what you look from outside and what you
That's
look
very
from inside.
philosophical.
No, no, no. What you look from the outside aesthetically, and what you
Huh.
look from what you actually look from the inside, they don't go hand in hand. Okay.
Do you mean health markers?
Yes. So a
Okay.
person can look fucking jacked as fuck, but he can have the
Hmm.
shittiest blood markers. Okay. I am 103 or 4, let's say. I did the blood
Yes.
test when I was 103.
Yes.
Bro, my cholesterol levels are my lipid profile is perfect, except LDL, which is slightly higher. Very less, little bit, like 10 points higher. Everything else is back into fucking normal. Triglycerides are fine, HDL is good, total cholesterol is good. I'm not saying that makes me suddenly a healthy person. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is it has reduced. So what? And I don't look anywhere close to the so-called aesthetic. And you might find 100 people on Instagram who have six-pack abs. They might have shit blood markers because of the so-called flexible dieting or shit that they do. So just because you are just because you look a certain way, that is the number one thing that has changed. My goal was always aesthetics. Okay, and I would eat like unnecessary extremely high amounts of protein. When I say extremely, I'm talking about like 300, close to the 250 to 275 grams of protein and all that shit, thinking that it
I
would
feel
be
sorry
like,
for people who stayed with you around then.
yeah, and
Protein
things like
farts.
that, bro. Protein farts, no shitting in the morning, very hard to shit in the morning, things like that. So things like that are there, bro. Like, but the main thing that I learned is, bro, like fitness is so fucking underrated. I feel bad for people who look at gym in a bad way and or look at exercise in a bad way. They say that, yeah, our forefathers washed dishes and they are healthy. Our forefathers also ate very good food, high quality, what do you call, uh, unadulterated food. They ate very good quality food. Basically, most of the food that they ate were organic. So we need to understand all that. And exercise, I was thinking this the other day in the gym, bro. Like, I just feel proud of, no, I'm nobody to feel proud of anyone, but all the members that come to a gym, no, I just feel, look at them and be like, good, bro. Like, even though they are doing some mistakes and all that, I'm like, they're still trying.
At least they're
And
coming. They're showing up.
yeah, and they must feel much better about themselves than they felt like two
Right.
months back. Right. So
Right.
that is what I've learned, bro. And for me, I don't care what people say. I might be People look at me as a bodybuilding coach or whatever, but I'll always look at myself as a health specialist from now on. Not a doctor. I know doctors are also called health specialists, but in the sense, I want to maximize people's health. You know. So that is what I think has changed for me in the last.
Has being a coach, like is being a coach, has it changed your perspective on
Lot,
people and all fitness?
a lot, a
And
lot.
if so, how has it
If so,
changed?
how? As in, like, I used to look at people in a way that I was able to do it, so he also should be able to do it. Why can't he do it? That's the number one
Right.
thing that has. I'm more empathetic towards people and my clients, I feel, these days. Because I've also
Right.
been in that shithole, right, where felt like shit. So, and I
So
knew,
even though, yeah,
I know how hard
so
it is
even
to
though
get out of it.
exactly, I was going to say that
Yeah,
this is a silver lining of your unfortunate,
right,
growing obese,
right,
is that now you're
right,
able to empathize with your clients,
right. I'm able to
and
empathize.
likewise, your
What
clients
I've
are also
always,
able to
yeah, I've
empathize with
always
them.
empathized with clients, but I've not been so understanding of the mess ups. Now I exactly know before even a client tells me, an overweight client tells me how he feels. I tell him, okay, this is why you probably have eaten shit today, right, like that. And they tell yes. And I just understand. It's not like I didn't get overweight. That there was a trainer who did that, right? He got overweight and for to understand his clients. I never did that. Okay, I just got overweight. Okay, so I'm not saying I got overweight, but it has kind of helped me. So it's like a blessing in disguise. Hopefully, not costing me years of my life. That's all. Yeah,
Right.
that's all I'm worried about. And yeah, there's a constant fear of something's gonna happen to me, and like I'll probably get a heart attack and all that shit. Like that was worrying the shit out of me. But now I've gone. Like that's the thing, guys. You should be in a place where you should not be worried about what will happen to you. No, and I'm slowly. I feel I'm getting there, but I'm still sometimes worried. Like if I have some pain here, now I'm thinking, "Fuck, what is this? Is there some tumor over here?" Nothing, just funny shit.
This is also something which I was thinking about. Like people who do go to the gym, they always have some sort of niggles or pains, right? This is one
Right,
disadvantage of going to the gym. Like
right. When I
even though,
do this, no, I have pain. When I do
it's
this,
better than not going to the gym or like not exercising. But if you join the gym, I'm like I can positively conclude that most people have some small or some sort of a niggle or some
right,
discomfort that's there.
right,
That's the
right.
price you pay going to
That's
the
the
gym.
price you pay. That's the price you pay. It's like I'd like to call it a short-term pain for long-term gain. You know,
Yeah, that's there.
that's how I like to put it, because this pain I did not have up until like 1 month. Okay, now it started. I have a session with the physio, but I just could not wait for him every day. So I'm like waiting, but I'll go and do it. So he told me what it is. It's like my trapezius. There's some tension in the muscle. He needs to release it. And he lets because when I press here, right, I have this
Yeah.
pain that goes to the back of my head. Okay, so it's like
Okay.
some I don't know what it is. So I need to find it out. And again, some fitness coaches, they'll act like, oh, I know everything. I will only fix it. I can't fix it. I don't know what the fuck it is. So I'll just go to him. So, and another thing is, I'm not a fucking therapist. So, please, like, if you ever, so recently I shared that comment with you, right? One of some comment where they're saying I
Yes.
can't, no, some.
Hmm.
Let's not talk about it, but they are in a very tough space, and I'm sorry, like, I'm not qualified to help you in that way. Okay, even with him, he did not give me therapeutic advice. He gave me advice to go and fucking talk to a therapist. Okay, he didn't give me therapeutic advice or anything.
See,
So
that's
that,
something that I have learned over time, that you really, it's very difficult to help people.
right,
When somebody comes to you with a problem, like especially when it's a problem related to the mind, generally
right,
our first knee jerk reaction is to give them advice,
right,
but that
right,
advice will not help them. Like
right.
it's a very slim chance that your advice will impact their life is sufficiently enough for that problem to completely go away.
Got it.
because
Yeah,
like if you're having some sort of a mental problem, you have to dissect what are the things in your life, what are the factors that are off, that are causing the problem,
right,
right? It's like medicine. So like
right.
that's why doc therapists are doctors in some capacity, right?
Yeah,
They are they are they have learned, they
they
are
are mental
trained,
doctors for your brain. Like
and
they're kind of,
they just, if it's a good therapist and you're lucked out, because I know that there are some not that great therapists as well.
yeah, they're everywhere in every
Thankfully,
field.
yeah, thankfully we came across somebody who was good, and
Yeah, very
we were
good.
fortunate enough to
And
speak with
again,
her.
like I'll just share a little bit about, before it's fucking getting long, bro. I'll keep talking, bro. People will be like, "Sala, मेरा 2 घंटा किधर से लेके आऊंगा मैं?" People will be like
Agar
that.
if you guys are still watching, like it's insane,
Yeah, thank you so much.
please comment
Yeah,
something funny so
yeah.
that we know that you
But
have
I'll
watched it.
just share a bit of my experience about how it went, and what she told me. I mean, again, it might come across as I'm complimenting myself, but all she said was, "Bro, like you're not bro." She didn't call me bro. She's like,
Imagine.
yeah, she's like, you are very self-aware. You know what might be causing this. That kind of thing. And she just told me a few things to change in my life gradually, and that's what I focused on doing. And yeah, it just works. So therapist doesn't. They are not going to suddenly change your life just like that. They're going to give you few cues on how you can what might be the root cause, or they'll try helping you find the cause, and maybe then maybe give enlighten you about certain things, and just give you a mild kind of solution which eventually you will have to work on. That is the biggest thing that people forget. Like, that is what I got out of it. Okay, I don't think she gave me like a fucking solution like, hey, this only you have to do. Nothing like that. She told me few things that I need to start doing around my lifestyle, and it definitely worked. And 100% I'll tell you guys, meeting people regularly, I meet like 20 people every 2 days when I go to play football, at least 15 people in the gym. And that is one of the biggest things. Like, just when you're talking to people, like, sometimes I get this sudden surge of uh, feeling lost in the gym. Then some trainer will be walking around, I'll just go and talk to him. Suddenly I feel fine. So that happening over time, over time, over time, over time, you get to feel much better. Okay, so all I would say is, if you're in a tough place, just go out. Not Don't have to talk to people, just go out. Just go out. Do walk around, or do something. Look at people, observe how people are, observe what kind of people are there next to you. I don't know, it'll just, again, I'm not some therapist, but all I'm saying is it'll give you a better understanding. It's hard to get out of the house in the first place, I know, but just try. It'll really
Also,
be
some form of exercise also helps. Like
oh, holy shit, tell me about it.
if you're in a bad place, and if you can just get yourself to do some physical activity, it'll help you to
Right,
some capacity,
right, right.
hormonally
And
to some capacity,
yeah,
not
and the other
fully.
thing is, it doesn't have to be the gym. For me, I'm telling you, when I started playing football, I was going to the gym twice a week, thrice a week max. Okay, And I'm gonna tell you guys, football is what actually made me feel better because I love football. Okay, you guys can see my fucking wall. It's mostly football related. Okay, so for me, football is everything. It's something I like. I'm ready to sacrifice most of the things to go and play 1 hour of football. Okay, I'll sacrifice anything, bro. Even like sex, I would say, because that you can do later also. So so that 1 hour of
Cardio
football.
followed by cardio, basically.
Cardio, fuck, bro. That will be some mad. My heart will be like, what the fuck, bro?
HIIT much.
HIT much exactly. So yeah, like these things are some of the things. Like I don't know what we are going to title this fucking video, bro. But whatever it is, I just want to let you guys know that. Yeah, another thing is like that Hindi English thing. I don't want to discuss. All I'll say is like I need to focus on one thing, and I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna keep posting videos, and I hope people keep watching, and whoever watches, I'll be happy. That's all I'm going to be bothered by now. I'm not gonna try to do follow this trend, follow that trend. I'll just post things that I like doing, and if I like doing it, then I'll keep posting it. That's how it works. If I do things that I don't like, I'm not gonna continue doing it. That's Shreyas Kamath for you. I just can't do things that I don't like just because I'll probably get more like 200,000, not 200, 2,000 more views. I don't do that. I don't want to do that. Okay, so yeah, bro, I'm done. I'm like dry. That's what she said. So
If you have any questions, just to reiterate, if we missed something in
right,
this podcast and you feel kid we should have asked what
right,
blasphemy, then please
right.
comment down.
Yeah, please do that, guys.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
also like I remember so many of our old subscribers' names, bro. Like whenever there's a comment, right, I can recognize. Oh, this fucker, he's been there for a long time.
Give some shout outs.
Oh, come on, bro. There's a guy called Umid. He just joined my coaching as well now. And I always used to see it. I never had a profile picture also. So I kind of remember. Then there's this guy called Karthik Gilatar or Galitar or Gilatar. Karthik Gilatar, I think. He's from Mumbai, I think. Then there is this guy called Pratik. Pratik from Mumbai again. I remember so many people, bro. Like just when the name, I can't suddenly, it's not here, you
I'm
know?
putting him on the
Yeah,
stage. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But when I see a comment, right, I can tell this person has been following for a long time, So that is what I meant. Again, I'm not going to say, guys, I think about you every night. That's not what I say. What I'm saying, I'm just saying that when Siddharth email came, I was like, oh, this guy. I remember there's another Siddharth Sharma in my subscriber
Apparently,
list.
it's a very common name in India.
Yeah, it's a
I
very
learned
common name.
growing up.
Yeah, very common name.
Yeah,
So
so
yeah, bro. Holy
I
shit,
think
bro!
we
It
should
flew
cap
by.
it here.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do one. If this gets, this gets some eyeballs, we'll do it again, bro. Like it's just nice. This is our usual conversation, guys. Like this is what how we talk. We talk for this. Yesterday we spoke for, I think almost 2 hours, right? That
And then if you walk, you can do a lot of your daily steps.
yes,
If you
yes,
if
yeah,
you talk to Shreyas, you can finish your daily
yeah,
steps.
yeah.
That's an idea for you. You can call him up
Then
and be
if
like,
that is
let's
the case, then I'll start charging for that, guys. I'll be like, go,
paid service.
yeah, you walk, you talk to me, and
अभी तो I'm waiting for you to do the 100K challenge, ठीक है? I'm putting it
hey.
out in the
So yeah, guys, I
अभी
told him
see
that
if
I
if
told him
if
that
if somebody reaches till the 1 hour 40 mark, they deserve to know कि you will probably be
all
attempting.
right, good one. That is a good one. So the thing is, we decided that when I reach 100 kgs or under 100 kgs, I'll do this 100 kgs, 100,000 steps in a day, ka challenge. Okay, so one
I
boat has
tried it,
already.
and at the most I could reach was 65,000 steps. So
Okay, so yeah,
yeah,
I will definitely try it out, bro. I won't give up on that. But yeah, let me first reach 100 kgs and let's see. Maybe I'll find someone who I can do it with and. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, only people who have come till here will know this. So yeah,
I
you
think
do
we
the
should let
outro,
these
bro. You
people
do the
go.
outro, bro. Let's see how you do the outro.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching, and keep watching. Keep your eyeballs, glued to the screen. We'll come back with more content, and Shreyas will come back and do more of his antics, and
Hmm.
he will bring more entertainment to your poor souls,
Hopefully,
and
hopefully
he'll bring more gains
gains.
and weights, dates, protein shakes for the OG subscribers.
Oh yeah,
For
only
those
they
who
remember
know,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I was one of the people who actually bought your T-shirt.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You have to also say like, comment, and
Like,
subscribe.
comment, and subscribe, and share it
Salah,
with one of your
guys,
friends.
this hacker fucked this channel up, guys. I don't know if many people know.
Yeah, yeah,
My
yeah.
channel was hacked like it's been when 2 months, I think, no, or 3 months. It was on November 16th, I think. Yeah, November 16th. I still remember the date, bro. November 16th,
A lot
and
of shit happened.
some shit happened, and I got all the content back, but I think like something is messed up with my channel, or people are just unsubscribing. If you're unsubscribing, just fucking subscribe back, okay?
Subscribe
And
from your parents' phones, okay,
yeah,
as well,
subscribe from your
and from
parent.
your friends' phones.
Yeah, because I'm the
And
first YouTuber in the world who reached 100K and then came down. So I'm breaking records up, left, right, and center. So
I don't
yeah,
think anybody will be watching till here, but if they do, it's pretty awesome.
yeah, it's
They're
pretty
the,
awesome. Yeah,
they're just, we are just rambling at this point.
yeah. At least somebody will be burning a lot of calories today watching this if they are doing cardio or something.
Good luck
So
to you guys, fitness journey, whoever is watching this while doing
yes,
cardio.
yes, yes, yes.
For
Please
those
do
people,
it. And yeah, this video is in full HD also, bro. This is the first time I'm trying it, so let's see how it goes. But I just don't know what to title this video, bro. But we'll discuss that after we finish
just
this.
put what to title.
What to? No, I just we'll talk about that after this call, after this video is
Right,
done. But yeah,
right.
thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll be back again. You will see a lot of quality. I wouldn't say quality, but a lot of good content that I'll try my best to post, and I'll try to be consistent. And this is the goal, guys. I just want to be very consistent this year, like how I used to be before in 2017 when I moved to Bangalore. And hopefully I can do that. And also I'll keep posting content in English only. Hindi is not something that I can pump content out in. It takes me a lot of time to just record a 1 minute video as well. So that's the only thing.
And
But
just want to say that thank you for this opportunity to,
hey,
and like
still,
really grateful
bro,
to be here.
it was actually your idea, bro. So it's a very interesting idea. I never thought about that. I don't know why I never thought about that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it just you keep interviewing people. It's high time somebody interviews you. So yeah,
yeah.
it
So good
wasn't much of
brains.
an interview, but yeah, let's hope
I'm
people
sorry.
got
I'm
something out
sorry.
of it.
I'm sorry if I didn't let you talk, bro. As
No, no,
usual.
no. It's that's okay. It's always good listening. I prefer
Okay.
listening to talking.
Okay. All right. So I'm just going to end this recording. So thank you so much, guys. Subscribe, and 1 hour 40 minutes of the time that you will never get back. But I I hope
Sorry.
I hope I hope you got something at least like
Yeah.
two lines made sense.
Even if one thing you take home today, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. Even if it's that's what she said joke. If you didn't know what that meant, now you know.
Go
Okay.
search
So
for it.
yeah. Thank you, guys. Peace, peace, peace,
Peace.
peace
Yeah.
out.
Bye.